Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're as fascinated by intriguing storylines and complex characters as I am, then you're in for a treat today. We're diving deep into Wolf Like Me Season 2, unpacking all the twists and turns that make this season an absolute must-watch. So, sit back, maybe grab some popcorn, and let's unravel the mysteries of Wolf Like Me Season 2 together. I will explain the ending of Wolf Like Me Season 2. So let's begin Abe Forsyth's comedy drama show. Wolf Like Me returns with an exciting new season that delves into the lives of Mary, Gary, and Emma as they await a new addition to their family after crossing paths with each other literally by accident. Gary and Mary somehow fit perfectly into each other's lives, despite their respective baggage. Some Gary's fraught relationship with his daughter Emma are less unconventional than others. Mary's actual monthly werewolf transformations, nevertheless having overcome insurmountable odds together. Mary and Gary begin this season as a happy couple looking for new beginnings. Yet Mary's ever-looming lycanthrope issue continues to endanger their family's happiness and safety. Thus, the second season charts a wild and relatable ride of the anxieties presented by Mary, Gary, and Emma's unique situation here is everything you need to know about how it ends. Just to let you know, this video will contain spoilers. The season opens with Mary's grueling nightmare about a monster baby bursting out of her on her white-veiled wedding to Gary, and instantly attacking its father. The dream provides a peek into Mary's fears about her child's upcoming birth. Her anxieties about the possibility of the kid being a wolf are so intense that she refuses to get an ultrasound, scared of what the doctor may find inside her. However, the same only increases her stress, since she doesn't know how to prepare for the future. Meanwhile, Gary puts his hardened efforts into building the perfect basement for Mary in their new house where they plan to move in together as one family. However, the man's well-intentioned fancy basement with advanced accommodations only overwhelms Mary. Still, Mary gains some confidence in her parenting when she stands up for Emma, who gets in trouble at school for confronting her friend Abigail's bully. The instance reminds Mary of her protective streak, and she decides to face life's curveball head-on by getting an ultrasound. However, the comfort that Mary gets from knowing there is a human baby inside of her quickly evaporates now. Mary starts worrying about the possibility of her giving birth on a full moon and hurting her human child as a wolf as such, when the couple's first full moon at their new house ends in a disaster. After Gary accidentally opens the door to Mary's basement, it does little to soothe Mary's worries. Furthermore, the terrifying interaction Gary has with Wolf Mary affects their relationship adversely. Therefore, when Gary runs into another single-parent, Abigail's mother, after weird coincidences, it's hard not to see that as a sign from the universe that perhaps Gary and Emma are safer alone. The ensuing argument that waits for Gary at home holds the same implication, with Mary giving her boyfriend an out if her situation has become too much for him yet. Instead of taking the easy way out, Gary decides to go all in the next morning. He proposes to Mary with her old basement door that he bought from the new house owners at an exorbitant price. The family returns to an easy groove that is, until Anton, a mystery. Chicagoan man from Mary's past appears at her baby shower. As it would turn out, shortly after Mary turned into a werewolf, she saw answers and comfort from Anton, her former university professor, and unwittingly turned him through a bite. As such, Anton has reached out to have her by his side. However, due to his timing, Mary ends up having to drag him with her to the basement as the full moon comes out in their animal forms. Mary and Anton have intercourse throughout the night, while Gary has to remain on the other side of the door. Although the situation causes a rift between the couple, they both come to their senses after Gary debilitates that Mary really had no control or memory of her actions as a wolf. Ultimately, the couple deals with the Anton issue. Nonetheless, a brand new one arises when Gary's sister-in-law Sarah finally confronts the PA about their eccentric behavior. Sarah demands answers but refuses to believe them when Emma shares the truth and tries to take the kid away from what she considers an unstable household. Worse yet, the situation's immense pressure doubles when Mary's water breaks barely more than a day from a full moon. Is Mary's child a human or a wolf throughout the season? Gary and Mary try to remain in control of the birthing process to ensure their child's safety, since Mary's monthly transformations propose certain complications. For instance, Mary can't undergo a cesarean birth since the stitches will put her life at risk when she's a wolf. Furthermore, the child cannot be born on the full moon because Mary worries she may try to eat her baby as a wolf in response. Gary tried to assure his partner that she has enough conscience as a wolf that she won't hurt her family, since she protected Gary and Emma in the outback all those months ago, nonetheless. Have been telling the truth as such, they helped Gary get Mary to safety by stealing an ambulance and driving them home in the end. Mary reaches the safety of her basement as the moon comes up and gives birth alone in the empty room. Gary watches his fiancée go through the painful birthing process alone in her wolf form as she finally gives birth to their kid, a baby wolf. However, Mary's too winded after the birthing to be able to go to her pup and only lies on the cold floor alone so far. Gary kept insisting Mary won't hurt her family, and that she recognizes Gary and Emma even in her wolf form as such. Now when Wolf Mary needs him, Gary decides to enter the basement at Emma's encouragement to be by his partner's side as Mary lays exhausted on the floor, her fangs bared. Gary takes their child and brings it to Mary, letting the new mother know her baby is safe. As the three lie together in the basement, it becomes clear that Mary can recognize those she loves as a human or a wolf. Does the police catch Mary and Gary? The last time Mary recognized her family as a wolf was months ago during their camping trip, when the family got stuck in the outback on the night of the full moon. Gary disclosed Mary's secret to Emma for the first time inside their broken-down car, as they tried to remain hidden from the she-wolf. Yet trouble found them when two bandits tried to rob them by offering false helping hands, as the two men Jaden and Shane got more aggressive. Mary emerged from the shadows in her wolfish form and killed both men, saving her family's life. Although everyone moved on from the incident, it soon returns to haunt the couple when Mary's due date neared. Detectives called Gary in for questioning about Jaden and Shane's deaths, although the men were confirmed to have died in an animal attack. Gary and his family's presence in the outback near their deaths becomes a source of suspicion. Furthermore, in his effort to remain calm and collected, Gary ends up lying to the cops about the car model he went camping in since Gary's. Does the police catch Mary and Gary? The last time Mary recognized her family as a wolf was months ago during their camping trip when the family got stuck in the outback on the night of the full moon. Gary disclosed Mary's secret to Emma for the first time inside their broken-down car as they tried to remain hidden from the she-wolf. Yet, trouble found them when two bandits tried to rob them by offering false helping hands. Blue car, the one Mary killed the men against, is in a pretty beat-up shape. The man figures Mary's Jeep is a safer alternative. Nevertheless, the cops have reports of Gary calling the roadside service from the desert about a different car model. As a result, they know Gary is hiding something and follow him back to his house, where they discover his beat-up blue car. Furthermore, Mary reveals that the car has a gun in the glove compartment due to some horrible decision-making on her part, while the couple escapes inexplicable questions after Mary's untimely water break. They don't stay out of the cops' radar, who witness them running away from the hospital in a stolen ambulance. Nevertheless, the cops have reports of Gary calling the roadside services from the desert about a different car model. As a result, they know Gary is hiding something and follow him back to his house, where they discover his beat-up blue car. Furthermore, Mary reveals that the car has a gun in the glove compartment due to some horrible decision-making on her part. All things considered, Mary and Gary effectively become highly suspicious individuals to the cops, who likely believe they have something to do with Jaden and Shane's deaths. Consequently, the season ends with the cops arriving at the new parents' home on the heels of Mary giving birth. While the police have no concrete evidence against Mary and Gary, they have plenty to be suspicious of. Not to mention, Mary and her child's current werewolf forms will only bring up more questions. Thus, the show ends with the cops knocking on the protagonist's door, leaving the viewers at a cliffhanger and setting the stage for a potential third season. And that brings us to the end of our deep dive into Wolf Like Me Season 2. What a journey it's been, unraveling the complexities and hidden layers of this captivating series. We've explored the twists, turns, and the intricate storytelling that makes this show a standout. But, as always, the true depth of any story lies in your interpretation. What did you think of this season? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep this conversation going. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more insightful movie and TV show analyses.